Okay, I'm going to call a special meeting of the Board of Aldermen to order on Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024 at 7 p.m. in the Aldermanic Chamber. The prayer will be offered by City Clerk Dan Healy, and Alderman Clee will lead us in the pledge to the flag.
Almighty God, we have the high honor and the serious duty to manage the affairs of our beloved city. Fill us, O God, with a spirit of unity and understanding, which enables us to face our multiple problems with a serene mind, with justice and charity for all, so that any and all decisions made by us will always be for the betterment and greater happiness of all our fellow citizens. So help us God. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's start the meeting by taking a roll call attendance, please.
Alderman O'Brien.
Present.
Alderwoman Timmons.
Here.
Alderman Moran. Alderman Thibodeau.
Here.
Alderman Govea.
Here.
Alderman Lopez. Alderman Sullivan.
Here.
Alderman Clements.
Here.
Alderman Senate. Alderman Jetty.
Here.
Alderman Thibault.
Here.
Alderman Clee.
Here.
Alderman Dowd.
Present.
Alderwoman Kelly.
Here.
Alderman Wilshire.
Here.
You have 12 present, 3 absent.
Thank you. Tonight we have a presentation by the National Historical Society. I would like to recognize Alderman Clee to introduce the National Historical Society.
Thank you, Madam President. Today we're honored to have Dean Chaloup, the President of the National Historical Society here. I should say, I'm sorry, the board. And we have Paula Lockheed, the Director, as well. Excuse me, I apologize. We also have Beth McCarthy, who is the Curator of the National Historical Society, Sarah Jarvis, who's a collection technician, and I knew might get this wrong, but also the lead on the World War II exhibit. We have a number of volunteers, John Sad, Jeremy Fraser. We have Becky Fessenden, who will be here representing Ann Stearns. If those who will be speaking would like to come up, I think we're starting with Dean Chaloup.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Person who's no stranger to these chambers.
That's for sure. I'm here in one capacity or another. Tonight, I'm here in my capacity as president of the Historical Society, as Trish said, and since she introduced everybody, I'll just do a quick overview of what we are, what we're doing. Tonight is about 2 events that we're doing. One is the cemetery tour, the Voices from the Past, which is coming up May 4th, the rain date of May 5th, at the Old Nashua Cemetery, behind the Unitarian Universalist Church over there. And a lead organizer of that is Paula, who is a textiles expert. That's one of the many things she does, and picked out some great period costumes for us. I'm going to represent Daniel Abbott, the father of Nashua, if I can find out about enough of them, which I pretty much already have. And everybody, the whole bunch of actors will play different roles, to become sort of one with the individual. So we're all researching those people, and we're going to hopefully look a little bit like them and talk a little bit like them too. So we'll see how that goes. The other one is the World War II exhibit, Nashua at Home and Abroad, which will play a trailer for the documentary that we made. That was Jeremy and John and Sarah who were instrumental in putting all that together. And I believe, Jeremy, did our guest the other day show up? Mr. T-Boom?
Oh, yes.
And one of those people we interviewed, Jeremy interviewed, is Fred T-Boom. So that's the first 2 hours. After that, after that, we're all limited to, people are limited to 2 minutes. So that's going on. So I will at this time introduce Sarah, who's our collection technician, who will talk about the World War II exhibit.
Hello. The World War II exhibit, World War II in Nashua.
Talking to the microphone.
Sorry.
That's okay.
The World War II exhibit, World War II in Nashua, the Home Front and Beyond, is planned to open on the evening of June 14th at the Nashua Historical Society. The exhibit focuses on the home front in Nashua and its connection to the war front, with an emphasis on Nashua's role in the global war. Objects on display, which include uniforms, photographs, letters, newspapers, and other World War II memorabilia, once belonged to people living in Nashua during World War II or to Nashua businesses. Using these objects and images alongside extensive research and the documentary, which you'll see a trailer for shortly, the exhibit seeks to tell the stories of the people of Nashua, past and present, including their contributions to the war effort and the ways in which the war affected their lives. Now, I'll hand it off to John, who will explain the documentary. Thank you, John.
Thank you. I'm John Sad. Jeremy Frazier and I, as volunteers at the Historical Society, both have a background in film production. So we've been able to work together with Sarah to interview a large number of Nashua residents and area residents, some of them actual World War II veterans who are, of course, becoming an increasingly precious resource. We've been very lucky to be able to capture a number of younger people who remember and shared with us their recollections as children of what it was like to be at home during the war with the blackouts and the rationing and so forth. And out of this also fell, not exactly by accident, but it was really fortuitous, several remarkably moving interviews with children of Jewish families who managed to escape Europe and eventually make their way to the United States, escaping in advance of the Holocaust. So these 3 parts we edited down after great effort into 3 roughly 20-minute video segments on the home front, the war abroad, and the Jewish experience, which will be shown in the library and elsewhere in collaboration with the World War II exhibit. Jeremy has done an excellent job of culling a few of those clips down into a trailer just to give you a taste of what's in that roughly hour-long material, and we'd like to show that for you now. Thanks. If you just want to hit play.
Is it volume?
Yeah, the audio is up. Okay, hold on. It's working this afternoon. Yeah, it's all the way up.
Of course, it always works in the afternoon.
I'm not sure why it's not. Let's unmute. Because of,
Do you have to turn the speakers on? Now the volume is down. I can see that it's muted down there.
Yeah, no,
Still not playing it.
Technical difficulties, I'm not sure why it's not playing. It was playing this afternoon.
When you tested it this afternoon, Donna, did you do it through the laptop or through the TV?
I did it through the TV.
Or you did?
Are any of the technical here?
No.
Yeah.
My apologies.
When it brought up, it said the ambient, when you went into the settings, down at the bottom there, yeah.
Yep. Turn it off, you think?
I don't know.
Nope, still not playing.
If you turn on the captions, we can at least
Read
see
it.
what they're saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, our record is intact. It's never worked yet.
It says music.
Yeah, 'cause you can't change anything over here on the speakers.
We have the caption on, so,
Oh, that's something.
yeah.
Held up well.
You sounded great there.
Oh, that's right on.
Are you signing up for the next meeting?
What names is he writing down?
Pardon?
Okay, we're in the middle.
We're in the middle of this
One-
meeting.
one
so if
name
you-
at a time,
Somebody
too.
needs to speak, so,
And we're not taking multiple names.
yeah. Madam President, I think Jeremy Fraser was going to be speaking next.
Okay?
I'm going to speak next simply
Oh, okay.
because you're on our website. And
Yeah, this, if it can go up,
all right, well, I don't know if,
you just gotta be like ours, you gotta be right next to
I'm Beth McCarthy, and I'm the curator at the Historical Society. We're going a little bit out of order from what we had anticipated, but since our website is up, I'd like to just show you a little bit about it under the different tabs. Under Home, it talks about what we're all about, which is community education through history. And then the next tabs follow. They discuss Nashua history. There's links to different resources. There's a link on how to become a volunteer. There's how would you donate materials to us or funding. What our two museums are all about, the Abbott Spalding House and the Spear Memorial Museum. We have a history timeline as well, that's there. On some of the other tabs, you'll see entryway to our online database, so you get a sense of what is in our collection and what has been cataloged. That is very helpful to researchers. Under Forms, it talks about how you would relay a research request to us, how you might want to donate to us. Those forms are there. And Events brings you to our calendar. There's forms. There's the gift shop, and yes, we have a blog. We also have a strong Facebook presence, which is not on view for you tonight with the website, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that all that we do and where to find those sorts of tools. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam President, could we request that Mr. Shalhoub share the link to that? I'd love to watch it with sound at home.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, we can do that, yeah.
If you send it to Donna, she can share it to the
I think Donna has it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good, thanks. Now I'll introduce Paula Lockhead, who is kind of the lead in running this notable Nashuans Voices from the Past Cemetery Project, accompanied by Ms. Stearns.
Hi, thanks for having us. We have been working, oh, Anna, it's so nice to see you.
I'm so glad to be here. It's been a while since I'm dead.
Ms. Stearns is interred at the cemetery behind the Unitarian Universalist Church. She is one of 18 reenactors who are going to be presenting their stories. Some of the stories are typical of what you would assume a family to have. Others are quite notable. Others are rather nefarious. And others are just little interesting insights into the life of people, usually from the mid-1800s up until, well, Anna. Anna died in 1988. She was the last interred person there. Would you like to say a few words, Anna?
I am the youngest person interred in that cemetery. I'd like you to know that. But, however, there is nothing on my tombstone to tell you when I was born. So that's just none of your business. A gentleman would never ask, and a lady would never tell. And I just love the way that you're all dressed today. You look so comfortable. Everybody always felt like they needed to dress up so stuffy when they came to visit me on Orange Street, number 37. And I just think you all look lovely. But I wouldn't complain about the way you're dressing. I would much rather talk about music. Bach, Mozart. Have you heard the new organ at the Unitarian Church? I was delighted to bestow it upon that place. And I am just so happy that it's still lifting hearts to this day. And I would just love to see you at my gravesite on May 4th.
Thank you, Anna. Anna's just one of many, as I said. And I want to correct what Dean said. He said that I was choosing costume. We cannot wear the costume in our collection. I mean, that's so inappropriate. Dean, no. We have been busy sewing costumes so that people are appropriately dressed for their era of life. We have people who are speaking in the 1860s. We have people who are speaking from the 1850s and 40s. We have a whole array of people. And interestingly enough, we have people who are 8 and 10 years old, up to people who are 84. So you're going to have a huge variety of people to hear their stories of. Come and visit us on the 4th of May and share this with your constituents. We'd love to see you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? We will,
Yep,
let's see an arm over.
you do.
Do you do this? Do you call upon people?
Well, why don't you come up and we can ask questions of you? Alderman
Okay.
Tebow.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to say I bought my tickets for it. I'm looking forward to hearing more about old Nashua in the 1800s. And I get a lot of questions for Mayor Beard and Mayor McKean, so I'm looking forward to that. And I just want to thank you guys for doing the World War II. Obviously, I got to speak on it, and I thought that was something that's going to really be great. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So I'm a member. I love the Historical Society and everything you guys do. Just keep doing it. I really enjoy it, and it brings a lot of importance, I think, to Nashua. So thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Anyone else have questions? Alderman Cleach.
I again don't really have a question so much as I'm going to start with a confession. 38 years living here in Nashua, and it's just been the past year that I've not only become involved with the Nashua Historical Society, but actually took a visit there. That one visit brought me to want to help and volunteer and so on. They're hardworking people. They are all privately funded. They are not part of the city. And they are just, I think it's Beth and Sarah and one other person that run this entire facility. I know that Paula is the director, but all the volunteers help, and they do so much. And I think, Dean, you're doing a wonderful job too, trying to get all the attention and so on to it. Lending your name to it kind of helps a little bit. It makes people's head stand up. But the fact that they're doing this, and they've done a lot of other things, I think we should all become aware of it in the city. To become a member is very inexpensive, and become a family member. They are going to be, I think, starting some Saturdays. They had some Saturday hours, correct? Or is that just a temporary?
Yes, we do. Beth, is it 2 Saturdays? I'm
It
sorry.
varies from month to month, but it varies from month to month. We're also hosting Friday evenings with scavenger hunt availability. And in June, we'll be opening our World War II exhibit.
So all that is on the website too. Tomorrow we'll make sure everybody has the URL for the site and everything. One person who's contributed immensely to this is one of our newest people, Mary Kofaran. You recognize her as a retired teacher at Fairgrounds Middle School, who filled in when our previous office manager retired. Mary came on board, and she hasn't stopped yet, and she's behind a lot of the successes we've had, most notably the Facebook, the site too, but mainly the Facebook, which was kind of dormant before she resuscitated it, so we're grateful to her too.
Alderman Clee?
Yeah, I apologize for having left Mary off. Mary is the one who kind of recruited me to help and to volunteer and so on. And one of the lines I hear Mary all the time is, I'm losing sleep over this, and because she's working so hard and she wants to make everything work so hard, this notable Nashua, the volunteer dinner, everything else like that. She works so hard with everybody, so thank you for remembering her.
Yep, you're welcome.
Alderman O'Brien?
Thank you, Madam President. First, I want to say, too bad we couldn't hear the value. Usually in the talkies, don't they have piano music? But, in the silent films. But I got to compliment Alderman Tebow. I didn't know he was a veteran of World War II. You have aged well, my good friend. My dad fought in World War II and everything else like that. But when I first got on the fire department, I wanted to learn about as much as I could about, Nashua. And one of the things I did was stop by the Historical Society. And I was pleased, they told me about it, how you have an old fire truck that's there. It's the old hand tub. Mm-hmm. You needed 2 men and a boy to run the thing, But it's on display down there and everything else. And it must see, not just for firefighters, but for everybody, the way they did it in the old days, So it was something, and I compliment and support your group. Thank you for keeping the history alive of the past. And as we move on to the future, this is just outstanding. It's a wonderful program. Unfortunately, I have surgery May 2nd. I won't be able to make it the 4th, Hopefully, I don't need the cemetery myself, but, But if I could make it, if we're ambulatory, we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Alderman Jettie?
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to make note that, like many notable Nashua personages, the father of Nashua, Daniel Abbott, was a lawyer. He was the first lawyer in Nashua. And I hope you do him justice, Dean.
I hope so, too.
But I do have a question for you. These videos that we saw tonight, can they be made available to community television so that everyone in Nashua could see them on TV?
Yep. I don't see a reason why not. You're talking about the trailer that we had or the site itself?
The video itself.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Good suggestion. Thanks for letting us know. They've done some stuff with us already. We have a growing library on our YouTube channel of previous presentations. Most of them are up there, like the programs when an reenactor comes in and speaks to us, like Amelia Earhart did once, and people through the humanities a lot of times. They have people who go around and run programs about an individual or a group and stuff like that, so.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you very much. It was interesting. I hope to listen to your presentation once it's up online.
Yes, we will. And thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate you having us.
Thank you to all your cohorts who are here as well. Alderman O'Brien.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to call the meeting to be adjourned.
The motion is to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned at 7:30 p.m.